Good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome back here to the Nation Network, where tonight, this is Reyes Night 1.
The following contest is a triple threat match. Making his way to the ring from Gomez Palacio, Toronto, Mexico, weighing in at 189 pounds, the Superstar!
Well, here we go. Pimpinella coming out to the ring. This is going to be a cruiserweight three-way match, and the winner next week gets a shot at Mr. Iguana and the Cruiserweight Championship. Well, Pimpy out there right now. Pimpy is ready for action every single chance. And I mean that in the ring, okay? Because I'll tell you, it's going to be what kind of a night we're looking for here tonight. We're going to see the tag team titles on the line. We are going to see the Reina de Reinas Championship on the line, as well as the Mega Championship on the line. It's all titles all night long, ladies and gentlemen. This Dragon King, I'll tell you right now, as I look at this lineup here tonight, and I think who's going to go after Iguana next week, I think to myself, that's probably the guy you got to watch the most, but that don't mean nothing. In a triple threat match, so many things can happen and turn on a dime, so, but if I'm betting my money, I'm betting it on that guy right there. Want to welcome everyone joining us here live on the Nation Network. Miracles in the house, as well as the Juanito. Well, you can hear this crowd and the overwhelming response for this guy.
Of America, weighing in at 202 pounds, El Grande Americano!
And they're definitely not feeling El Grande Americano in this place. This guy's been such a fraud, and they know it. You can't fool these people, man. They've been here too long. They've been doing this too long. When you are born and raised in the lucha culture, you're not going to sneak past us like this guy thinks he's doing. We all have a pretty good idea who's underneath that mask, and one of these days, I got a feeling we're going to find out. Well, maybe today will be that day. You never know. There's even been a recent history between him and Pimpy, and you got to think to yourself, between the two of them, are they going to be able to keep their focus on the match itself and getting the win, or is it going to be a matter of trying to gain revenge? I've known Pimpy a long time, and I'll tell you right now, I got a feeling Pimpy's going to go straight after. Oh, and you weren't too wrong. It was Americano going after Pimpy. Nice moves right there to take Pimpy down. And now from the top rope, he takes them both out. That's the kind of action we're going to see here at AAA. You're going to see people doing death-defying moves over the top rope, onto the top rope. You name it, they'll do it. Especially when you want to talk about our cruiserweights. Dragging now out on the floor, bringing in a sledgehammer. Oh, and he delivers right to the midsection of both of his opponents. Goes for the cover. El Grande Americano is down for a count of one. Talked earlier on, you wanted to know about Pimpy looking for revenge. Right now, she's looking for revenge for the guy that just hit her with a sledgehammer. Reverse! Hurricane Rana, and Pimpy took a hit. And the hits just keep on coming. I tell you, Dragon, he's the real deal. And he has to, by now, be figuring out the fact that it's not going to be so easy to pull this one off, because you've got to incapacitate not one but both of your opponents in order to even attempt a pinfall. Otherwise, it's not going to last very long. Right now, you got El Grande on the top rope.
And he comes down once again into the back of Pimpinella. Nice suplex, Dragon Lee, and there's a little bit of a receipt. Pimpy with that sledgehammer. Now turning his attention to El Grande. Pimpy going up to the top rope, walking the tightrope.
Don't judge a book by looking at the cover, man. You never know.
Pimpy looking to steal one, but Dragon Lee is right there to make sure it doesn't happen. Big back body drop. And again, the sledgehammer comes out. Americano Grande taking them both down, goes for the cover on Dragon Lee. No one there to make the save, and Dragon Lee kicks out.
Nice moonsault off the top rope. Hey, look, I'm not going to take anything away from El Grande Americano. You know, the guy is a tremendous wrestler. He's just not a luchador.
Pimpy looking to steal one, and almost does.
Man, that sledgehammer is really playing a big role in this match.
Dragon Lee sizing up the opposition now. Pimpinella's out. He lowers the knee pad. There's a roll-up. Deadlifts him off, and there's the bomb. El Grande Americano out to the floor now. He picked up a kendo stick, and talk about reliving the past right now. The two of them lock up on the floor.
Again, a triple threat match. You've got to really know where both of your opponents are. And I'm starting to think that between Americano Grande and Pimpy, they might be a little too focused on just one another. There's another man in this match, and you better know where he is.
Pimpy attacking El Grande from behind, and now Dragon Lee getting some licks in. Oh, he went down south of the border.
I guess he figured he did that to get here. Might as well do it here in the match. That's an underhanded, that's a very dirty move right there, but it's a triple threat match and anything goes, so I guess it's part of the rules.
Once again, welcome to everyone joining us here live on the Nation Network for night one of Reyes. Goes for the cover, gets one, gets two. Pimpy didn't get there in time and almost ended up on the short end of the stick.
Pimpy don't like that.
There's that reverse destroyer. Pimpy's down. Americano unable to make the save.
You think you're going to get a pin like that? Not a chance. No way.
Tim and Rachel joining us here along with Hooper. Welcome once again. This is night one, AAA, Reyes. Pimpy again walking that tightrope and comes down across the back of the neck. And now look out quickly to the top rope. Pimpy, nice moonsault. Americano Grande was right there. How did he not realize that?
Oh, he realized it there. Nice springboard, clothesline, and just like that took him out.
Head first into the turnbuckle. Pippi extracting the revenge right now. Again from the top rope, Dragon Lee is lying prone. There's that moonsault once again. And the flying, I don't know if that was the shoulder or the headbutt. Either way, Pippi's down. There's a count of 2. El Grande Americano that close to moving on. Knee strike caught Pippi. And now, all the way around. The tequila sunset, not enough though to keep him down because Pippi on the spot. Dragon Lee now in the corner. And here comes that sledgehammer one more time. Into the midsection of Americano Grande. Going for the cover. Can you believe this?
I told you don't judge the book by looking at the cover, didn't I?
You also said you were going to bet your money on Dragon Lee.
And that's why I don't bet anymore, because you never know. I told you, triple threat match, anything can happen.
Anything did happen, ladies and gentlemen. Holy cow. We take a look back at some of the action that took place in this one, and wow, what a match to open things up.
Every one of these competitors went to the limit. Every one of them hit with the best that they have to offer. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Well, in this case, you live by the sledgehammer and die by the sledgehammer. It was Dragon Lee that introduced it into the match, and at the end of the day, that's what cost him.
So many close calls here. All 3 of these competitors had their moments. Watch that tequila sunset.
Here is your winner.
Not what most people would have expected, but next week it'll be Pippi against Mr. Iguana for the Cruiserweight Championship. And we'll be back with more of Night 1 in just a moment.
¿Me das de tu helado?
Pide el tuyo.
¿Me das de tu helado?
Pide el tuyo.
¿Me das de tu helado?
Pide el tuyo.
¡Que me das de tu helado! ¡Que pidas el tuyo! ¡Que me das de tu helado! ¡Que pidas el...
Helado gratis y todos contentos. Delicioso Copo Whopper a solo 59 pesos y Sunday Junior gratis. Solo en Burger King.
Descubre la emoción de la lucha libre con Hijo del Santo y Blue Panther. Junta tu colección de 12 luchadores. No aceptes imitaciones. Luchadores AAA, los oficiales. Colecciónalos. AAA. Descubre la emoción de la lucha libre con Conan y 100 caras. Tu colección de 12 luchadores. No aceptes imitaciones. Luchadores AAA, los oficiales. Colecciónalos.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the Lucha Libre Worldwide Women's Championship.
The Reina de Reyes. Reina's the Big Burden Championship on the line here in this one. Lady Plummer, she has been trying to get that title back. Hasn't had any luck, but tonight perhaps her luck will change.
The reigning champion Natty has held that title now for a couple of months. And she has been doing battle with Fabi Apache for most of that time. However, tonight, she's going to get a look at somebody different for that championship title.
I'm not even sure Natty's ever been in the ring with Flammer before, so this might be a first-time meeting, and that means there should be a feeling-out process that goes on early on while you try to figure out what this person that you're in the ring with is all about. I know that they're going to look at video of each other, but it's not the same as being inside that squared circle, I'll tell you right now.
And here comes the Reyes champion. Once again, welcome everybody joining us here live on the Nation Network. Jamon Scott's in the house. Prime time is here.
Shout out Andrew Roberts as well. Welcome everybody. Get ready because what a night.
This is night one. Next week, we'll do night two. We already know one match next week that will take place. The Reina de Reinas Championship on the line in this one.
From Mexico City, Lady. And her opponent, from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, the Lucha Libre Worldwide Women's Champion, Natalya.
There's a lot of prestige in that championship title, which is now almost 20 years old.
The Reina de Reinas champion right now is a very honorable position to hold. Natty holds it right now. Not all of her actions have been very honorable, if we're being honest, but she is the champion. You have to respect that. Flammer likes to run around with a group called Los Toxicos. They're not exactly nice girls either, so in this case, I think it's just going to be a battle of the bitches, but we'll see.
Natty with that rear chin lock locked on there momentarily. Lady Flammer cross knee backbreaker. Unloading with some heavy right hands on the champion.
Lady Flammer has the record as the longest reigning Reina de Reinas champion of all time, and she's held every women's championship there is here in Lucha Libre and here in AAA, and she wants it back. I know I've talked to her, and believe me, she'll do whatever it takes to get that title back.
Referee trying to get a clean break, and now look at this. Natty, the one who breaks the, I don't know if you call it peace or not, but
there was a level of sportsmanship going on here that I was surprised to see, but at the end of the day, I'm not surprised someone broke that, and I'm even less surprised that it turned out to be Natty first.
the only female graduate of the Fabled Dungeon back in Calgary, owned and operated by her very own uncle.
He's actually her grandfather's too.
Yes, indeed. Sorry about that. Grandfather. And now Natty clearing the way. Sends her back into the ring. Irish whip to the ropes, back out front, drops down. Spine buster delivered, nicely done by the challenger. Now Natty gonna have to find a way to take control back. Do not let her get a big run going, because I'll tell you, she'll build momentum that you can't battle back from.
Flammer, she's a serious competitor. She is an absolute world traveler. She has had matches everywhere you can imagine in between.
Small package roll up right there for a new champion. No.
We know Natty wants to slip into that sharpshooter the first chance she gets, but she may find out. Flammer, I've never seen her submit. I've never seen her give up or quit. Maybe tonight will be the first time, but I don't know. I don't know if she has those two words in her vocabulary.
Natty going to work on the head and the neck of the challenger. Backs are all the way into the corner now as Natty. Stiff forearm to the back and a nice back elbow by the challenger, and a clothesline follows up. Back heel trip, and Flammer is back in control, showing why she is the longest reigning women's champion. There's two, and she almost got it back. Eat the feet. The champion down, but too close to the ropes. Flammer wasting valuable time pulling her away.
I understand the logic and why you do it, but honestly, just pull the leg up and you'll be all right. See, that was the difference right there. I believe she would have had her if she would have just gone for the pin right away. She wasted too much time pulling her out of there.
Flammer has her up into a backbreaker now. Gory bomb, perhaps. Oh, she's stretching her out. You talked earlier about Flammer and the unlikeliness of her submitting. I would say the same goes for the champion.
Now, I'll agree with that as well. Natty is as tough as nails. It's going to take a lot to get her to submit, especially when her title's on the line like it is here tonight.
Running clothesline, and out to the floor she goes. Drop kick off the apron, and Natty on the floor. This one breaking down, the ringside crowd getting a really good look at the action. Flammer from the apron, what has she got in mind now? Going all the way to the top rope. She missed.
Well, let's not lose the story here. Natty's been busted open. The champion's in bad shape right now. And Flammer's already recovered from her missed dive, which I am telling you, that is a tough lady right there.
Into the steel steps, and now Natty is really being brutalized in this one.
They better pay attention to the referee's count unless they want a disqualification or a count out.
Natty's made it back in. Flammer's there as well. The match continues. Our main event later tonight. 2 out of 3 falls. She's going for the sharpshooter. Turns it over. Can Flammer survive?
She's so close to the ropes, man. Just reach and you'll be there.
Natty releasing the hold. Comes off that middle rope with the elbow. Thinks she's done enough damage. Let's see if she's right. There's one, there's two. And Flammer got the shoulder up.
I told you these two ladies were going to put on a hell of a fight. They are not disappointing here. A back and forth battle the way we expected it to be.
Natty to the top rope. This is not going to go well for Flammer. Double axe handle right to the head, and now the champion is in complete control. There's a clothesline.
She could have gone for the pin right there. I think that was a mistake.
Roll up. Will that be enough to hold her? 2.5. Nice setup right there. Lady Flammer sets her up. Neck breaker. Oh, what a move right there. That was nicely done. Well executed. Is it enough for a new champion?
We're getting closer and closer. I don't know how much either of these ladies got left in them. They've taken a hell of a beating. You can take a look at them. You got the champion busted wide open. Flammer has been, there's another one right there, driven down across that top rope like that. That'll pinch off the esophagus, and believe me, that hurts, and it makes it very hard to get your breath. And now Natty isolating the arm. Good move right there. Very smart move by the champion.
Move to the midsection now. Flammer caught her the second time around. Went to the well one time too many. Off the ropes, back out front. Nice elbow. And the champion. Eat the feet once again. Goes for the cover. This one might be enough. We have a new champion.
I told you she was ready for this. She was waiting for this. It was only a matter of time, and now she has it right back where she believes it belongs.
There is a new Reina de Reinas champion here tonight on night one. Flammer victorious. What a battle these two women waged, however. It was everything we thought it would be and then some.
So many close calls for both of them, and Natty very easily could have retained that title tonight. It looked like she was going to, but I told you, she put on that sharpshooter, and I told you Flammer's not going to top out. Not tonight, she's not.
Gotta love the setup right there. Just rolls right through, puts her up there, and there's that neck breaker. Devastating move. Little surprised that Natty was able to survive that one. And there it is. Eat defeat. Gail Kim used to use that as a finisher many years ago.
It's a very effective move.
Here is your winner, and new
Very similar effect as the Stone Cold Stunner.
Women's Champion, Lady F.
There is the new champion. We'll be back in just a moment.
Welcome to the Nation Network, your home for all things pro wrestling. From classic video games to the latest releases, we dive deep into wrestling past and present. Step into the ring with Legends Mania, where dream matches come alive as legends clash with today's top stars. Join the conversation on Wrestle Chat, our podcast breaking down the biggest stories and hottest events in wrestling today.
Leave an island unto my own.
And don't miss the voice of Ultra Pro Wrestling, Vince McShane, right here on the Nation Network. This is the place where wrestling lives, breathes, and never sleeps. Hit subscribe and let's run wild together.
Up next, ladies and gentlemen, the tag team titles are on the line. And looks like they've got some company in their corner.
Never, ever turn your back on these guys.
Angel and Berto, the reigning AAA Tag Team Champions. And this is a battle we have been waiting to see for a very long time. And tonight, we have it. The Psycho Circus is in town.
Indeed, Los Psycho Circus is here. Murder Clown, Psycho Clown. There's always some clowning around when the circus is in town, and it's gonna be a tough battle, I'll tell you right now. Angel and Berto, I don't really know what they've gotten themselves into, but they're about to find out.
The long, illustrious history of those tag team titles on the line in this one. History's going to be made one way or another.
Is a tag team match set for one fall, and is for the WWE Lucha Libre Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 496 pounds, Matona Clown and Psycho Clown. And their opponents at a combined weight of 403 pounds, the WWE Lucha Libre Tag Team Champions, Angel and Berto, Legado del Fantasma.
Waiting for the bell, then the action begins, ladies and gentlemen. Murder Cloud to start things off for Los Psycho Circus. Angel starting things out for the champions, and now backstabber right out the gate. Are you kidding me?
That's a smart move right there. He gives away so much size and strength that you want to break the big man down as quickly as you possibly can. When it comes to Angel and Berto, there's no real big difference between the two of them. There's not a power guy between the two. There's not a size guy. They're very evenly built. So they're going to have to do this, what they're doing right now. This is why you're the champions. Double team, take advantage of that 5 count. Keep your man in your half of the ring.
Berto sizing him up. Oh my God, almost took his head off with that super kick. Murder Clown getting up, and he looks a little bit disarrayed. Caught him on a clothesline in the meantime, and now the big man. Look at this.
This is Lucha at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. He might be a big guy, but he moves like a cruiser.
It's a perfect moonsault off the top as he climbs the ladder to get there. Psycho Clown off the middle rope, driving that elbow right into the chest. Lopez looking on from ringside, not real happy with the way things are going at the moment. Off the top rope, moonsault, but nobody home.
High risk, high reward, but if nobody's there, you pay a high price. Psycho Clown right now is finding out all about the high price of missing that move.
Berto, nice roll through, comes up, roundhouse kick to the chest. Both teams will tag out and get the fresh man in. Murder Clown with the spinning toe hold going old school right now on Angel. Off the ropes, what's he gonna do here? Angel sitting prone on the mat, caught an elbow right upside the side of the head. And Berto getting a shot in.
Lopez just grabbed at the ankle, distracting Murder Clown momentarily, but all that did was fire him up. And that big headbutt really taking its toll.
Indeed, Angel feeling that headbutt. You always wonder if maybe they didn't slip something into that mask. Diving off the top, he connects, rolls him over for the cover. He's using the rope for added leverage, and the referee didn't see it.
It's a smart move right there if you get away with it. He hooked that bottom rope to prevent the kick out. Wasn't enough, but hey, you try sometimes.
What have they got in mind here? Psycho has him up. Two-man Gory Buster, are you kidding? We might be looking at new tag team champions. Referee took a minute to get there. Angel's in a whole lot of trouble right now, and Psycho Clown wants him back up. Off the top rope, he got caught. Powerbomb for your trouble.
He might have to start rethinking his game plan a little bit now because he's gone for some high-risk moves and not one of them really paying off. Meantime, Lopez throwing that sledgehammer in that we saw earlier tonight. Why is that thing even still at ringside? I don't know.
This is not a no-holds-barred. Anyone using a weapon like that will be disqualified.
That's probably your idea. We get disqualified, we still keep the tag team titles. Can't argue with the logic, but not what we want to see here tonight. We want winners, we want losers.
Here comes a double team by the champions. Ooh, what a stiff kick and a knee right to the head. Nice splash. That's double teaming at its finest, and that is a big part of the name of this game when it comes to the tag team titles. There's the butterfly brainbuster. He drove him into the canvas. Psycho Clown's in a whole lot of trouble right now, but he caught him with a jawbreaker. Irish whip drops down. Hurricane Runner, and he caught him off the ropes.
Psycho doing a good job of overcoming the odds, and now he's going to have to, oh, look at that.
Nobody home, and this time it works out for him. Psycho Clown from on top of the shoulders. Hurricane Rana hooks the ankles, whipping it up to give us new champions.
Kicked out on the one, but look at Berto out there trying to get him to make the tag. Psycho's got to do something here. Don't let him make the tag. Are you crazy? What's wrong with you?
He got caught up with the audience, and that is a bad idea if you want to come out of here winning the World Tag Team Championship. And he got himself in the wrong corner, and he pays the price for it.
Right back on his feet. Berto is here to fight. Does not want to give up those tag team titles.
Stomping away on the thigh. And into the corner he goes. Another tag made. Double team by the champions coming up. Locked and loaded. Double super kick. Psycho Clown is in trouble. Turns him over. Boston Crab, is he going to submit?
Not a chance. You got the titles on the line. They have fought for so many weeks just for this opportunity. You're going to have to do a whole lot more than that.
Psycho Clown right in front of Berto. And he sends Angel over towards his corner and his tag team partner, which is the name of the game, is what you want to do. Lopez now distracting Psycho Clown. Taking advantage of the distraction is Angel. Swing and a miss. Psycho makes him pay.
Well rested and good time for a tag. He needed a break and he got one.
Yanks him down by the hair. Murder Clown stomping on that arm. Going for the cover. I don't think he's done enough damage, and he hasn't. Count of one, easily kicking out from this one. Still to come, 2 out of 3 falls for the Mega Championship. DDT!
Put all that weight right behind it as well and really drove his head into the canvas. Now look at his Murder Clown off the rope. Cannonball!
That could be enough, and Berto believes so, as well as he comes in to make the save on his brother. Irish whip into the turnbuckle we go. And the double team again now by the champions, who have done very well for themselves in this match, all things considered. Double back body drop, Murder Clown. Landing hard. Slow to get up. Berto with a springboard. Missile drop kick. Holy cow, from halfway across the ring.
And he made the tag out. Both of these teams have made massive mistakes when it comes to turning their back on their opponent, allowing tags to be made. If you want to win the match, keep the man in the ring when you've got him in trouble.
Mexican Destroyer, and is that enough?
Once again, pulling him away from the ropes and wasting valuable time, and now the moment is over.
Oh, not necessarily. He's got him tied up and drawn a submission attempt. Save made by Murder Clown. These two teams are not stopping, they're not quitting, and neither one is allowing a pinfall. Great takedown right there. Comes up with a drop kick. Berto goes for the cover. No one there to make the save on this one. Well, I stand corrected. Psycho sent into the corner. Here comes another double team by the champions. Angel says this is it. Double press. Oh, into a pendulum slam. Goes for the cover and hooks the leg. Will that be enough for him? One. There's two. They retain the tag team championship.
Man, that was one hell of a tag team battle. You know those Psycho Circus wanted to have those titles back. There'll be another day, but not today. Today they stay with the champions, as they should. What a great effort put out there by Berto and Angel. I don't know if there's anyone in that locker room right now that's going to be able to dethrone these guys anytime soon.
Whether it be reluctantly or not, they have put those belts on the line against some of the biggest names that are in the business right now, and they are still the champions. A lot of people thought we were going to see new champions tonight, and this was an opportunity right there. Look at this butterfly brainbuster, and again, the opportunities left and right.
Here was another close call right there. I think we would have had new champions except for the save being made.
That Mexican Destroyer, look at him contorting from the impact.
Here are your winners, and still
Big win, ladies and gentlemen, for the defending tag team champions. When we come back, it'll be 2 out of 3 falls.
AAA, descubre la emoción de la lucha libre con Octagón y Fuerza Guerrera. Junta tu colección de 12 luchadores. No aceptes imitaciones. Luchadores AAA, los oficiales. ¡Colecciónalos!
Every generation has its stars. Major Stars. Order today at collectmajor.com.
The following contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match and is for the Lucha Libre Worldwide World Heavyweight Championship.
It is time for the main event, ladies and gentlemen. 2 out of 3 falls for the Mega Championship here in AAA Worldwide.
It's definitely the crowning jewel for anybody who wants to call themselves a lucha. If you're a luchador, this is where you come and this is what you're after.
Well, Dom not traveling light. He brings Liv with him for some insurance here.
Well, I got to admit, that definitely ups the ante a little bit. The former champion has been trying to get that championship title back. Having her in the corner, if nothing else, a little bit of a distraction.
Once again, welcome to everyone joining us here live. This is AAA Worldwide Night 1 of Reyes. Sean Cook is in the house. Keith O'Toole joining us. Welcome aboard. Smile on the face of Dirty Dom.
The smile's there right now. We'll see if it's there at the end of the night.
Here comes El Hijo del Vikingo. Are you kidding? What is this?
Armando Estrada, are you kidding me? What in the world is...
Armando Estrada, we haven't seen him in decades.
Oh, man. El Hijo del Vikingo, if he had signed up with that guy... Good thing for Dom he brought Liv, because now he's going to need that. Holding up the AAA Mega Championship right there. It's yours at the moment, pal, but let's see if it's still there at the end when it's all said and done.
2 out of 3 falls, ladies and gentlemen. And now we see Armando Estrada is in the corner. He used to manage Umaga many years ago.
I had heard rumblings that he was going to be looking for a manager, but I wasn't imagining that.
From San Diego, California, weighing in at 200 pounds, Dirty Dominic Mysterio. And his opponent from Mexico City, weighing in at 161 pounds, the Lucha Libre Worldwide World Heavyweight Champion, the Viking.
Well, these fans not really fans of either of these two guys, so pick 'em time there. But whether they like him or not doesn't matter. They're in for what's going to be one hell of a battle. We've seen that all night long. We're going to see it here, I guarantee that. You have that Mega Championship on the line, and I'm telling you, it brings out the best.
It is the highest title you can get in Lucha Libre. Title is on the line. Match is underway. They lock up in the middle of the ring. Vikingo backing Dom into the corner. Referee going to try and get a clean break here. Let's see how that works out. Dom, of course, living up to the nickname and the moniker of Dirty Dom. And he is unloading on the champion right now. Back and forth. And now Vikingo has him. Sunset flip, did not hold on to it.
Yeah, a little too early for that to be successful. Dom, since he saw Armando there, decided I'm going to get back in the ring before this guy does something stupid.
Armando was right up there on the apron momentarily. I don't even know if Dom saw that. Hurricane run off the top. Nicely done. And now the challenger looking for the first pinfall gets one. Does not hook the leg.
I was just going to say that very same thing. You want the championship, then you don't take the shortcuts. You got to go all the way. You got to prove that you want it, and you prove it by doing the little things.
Senton over the top from the apron, and now the champion going out to the floor. Liv making a move. Could be the three amigos. There's two. Paying homage to the late, great Eddie Guerrero.
You want to talk about a luchador? That was one of the greatest, if not the best of all time. We miss you so much, Eddie. You're always here.
What in the heck? Liv just put a ladder into the ring. And the referee, man, she just clipped Liv with that ladder, throwing it away.
I don't think the referee gives a rat's rear end about that. Ladder don't belong on the mat. The referee's going to have enough to do to try and keep control of this one. Last thing she needs, that little blonde tart outside the ring getting involved.
Sit out slam. Dom holds on to that leg. Is that enough? Ooh, it's getting close around here. Dom has the champion up against the ropes. Series of forearms right to the back, and you can see Vikingo. The facial expressions tell the story. Dirty Dom on the top rope. 5-star. He connects. There's 2. Vikingo kicks out.
And that time, Dom did it right. He hooked the leg. He did everything he had to do. But Vikingo is fighting for honor. He is fighting for that Mega Championship and to make sure it stays where it is right now.
Dom with a springboard over the top rope. Missile dropkick knocks him senseless. Dom pulling back on the leg, thinks he's got it. Armando watching on the background, and he almost did.
That was very close to the first fall of the night.
Kick to the midsection. Dom got caught going to the top rope. The champion makes him pay for it.
This crowd right now, nobody to cheer for because they hate both of these guys. But what a match we're getting anyway.
Using that top rope for added leverage. Vikingo pulling back on the arm. Dom now trapped in the corner. Nice move right there by Vikingo. Shoulders are down. Referee was out of position. Armando from ringside. He cannot believe this match isn't over yet.
Well, it wouldn't be over either way. It would be the first pinfall. He still has to get another one if he pulls out the first one, but that was the best opportunity for the champion, no doubt about that.
Right between the shoulder blades, and Dom feeling that one all the way down his back. To the ropes. Hurricane Rana. Is that going to be enough? Armando right there. Oh, look at him. He can feel it. Dom gets caught. Turns it around on Vikingo. And now Dirty Dom throws Vikingo into the referee. Goes for the Hurricane Rana. Sets him up. 619. Here it is.
Now all he has to do is finish him up.
No, he's going to go for the cover off of the 619.
Now he missed his opportunity right there. He should have gone to the top rope.
Well, he's going now. Is it too late? 5-star, and it connects. Go for the cover. There it is. He's got 2. Shoulders are down for 3, and it's 1 fall to none in favor of Dirty Dom.
And now the champion has to come up with the next one. There's no 2 ways about it.
Well, the champion really needs to come up with 2 in a row somehow. And Dom just eats the turnbuckle. Nice move right there by the champion. Vikingo springboarding. And the second one missed. Got him in that figure 4 headlock.
Smart move right there, Vikingo. I think he was just trying to get a little bit of a breather in there for himself. And at the same time, trying to do some damage.
Off the top rope, nicely done with that arm wringer. Sending Dom all the way to the middle of the ring, going for the cover. Again, doesn't hook the leg. Dom pulling himself up. Here comes Vikingo with a drop kick. And another one.
Dirty Dom gonna have to try and find something now, because you're letting the champion get back in this thing, and any moment now he might tie this thing up at one fall apiece. Tremendous drop kick right there by Vikingo, coming up on a series of clotheslines, and now a back sweep heel trip. Up to the top rope. Vikingo with a moonsault. Did you check the hang time on that one? There's one, there's two. The champion has tied it up at one fall apiece. Who's going to get the third and deciding fall? Oh, Vikingo wasting no time at all right there. Dom is in trouble.
Vikingo, he retains.
What a match. We told you it was going to be, didn't we? We told you this was going to be a hell of a match, and it was. Vikingo overcoming the 1-0 deficit to come back with two quick pinfalls on Dirty Dom.
Oh, it's going to be a long drive back across the border for Dirty Dom and Liv. They planned on having to explain the championship belt to Customs.
Yeah, I can hear it already. Dirty Dom going to be saying, hey, if this were a regular title match, I would be the champion. But it wasn't, and you knew that when you signed the contract, so just deal with it.
This was a human highlight film, if ever there were one. Look at that moonsault. Man, oh man. How there wasn't a stewardess on that flight, I don't know.
Well, again, the fans, they might not like El Hijo de Vikingo, but you better start to respect him, because whether you like him or not, the guy is the real deal.
And still, Lucha Libre Worldwide World Heavyweight Champion, the Viking.
This is just night one, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next week for night 2 of Rey to Reyes.